Welcome to a playthrough of Skies Above Britain. That's right. Now, it's a funny thing here. I had just finished a playthrough of I, Napoleon, and I put the box away and I started pulling out Skies Above Britain because I knew that was the one I wanted to do next. And as I'm setting it up, the board's all out and things like that. I happened to look at my YouTube channel and there was someone saying, "Hey, I liked your I, Napoleon playthrough. Why don't you do Skies Above Britain?" So my only response is, "Funny you should mention that." And so here it is, all ready to go. All right, a little disclaimer, just to remind you, this is a playthrough and not a learn to play. This is not the place to learn the rules, although I'll probably be going through all the rules anyway. Just to sound them out so that I keep them straight as best I can. I'm actually going to try out these. I haven't tried them before. These are the sequence of play cards that you can get on TMT's website. And hopefully, these are going to eliminate a rule, diving into the rule book after everything, which I did notice was a problem when I played this game before, is I was always like constantly trying to reconfirm stuff. But that's how that's going to go. We'll try these cards out, see how they do. It's my first time using them. Future Scott Gunn here with another disclaimer is this takes me quite a bit longer than I, Napoleon. In I, Napoleon, I was shooting out a video a day because the turns took like 6 minutes, so it was just easy to just crank it up and spit it out onto YouTube. This takes a lot longer, and it really chews into my time, so it's going to be a lot slower output. And in fact, I think I'm going to divide the time between the interception time and the bomber attack time. I might split those into episodes. But that's going to explain the slower pace. And with the other disclaimer is that the videos aren't going to come out as often, and soon to come out, not soon, but in the next couple months. One I'm really interested is another game called Wolfpack, and when that comes out, I'm definitely going to suspend where I'm pretty sure I'm going to be still in the middle of this one. So I'm probably going to suspend the campaign here to go play that, just to let you know. I'll just save the spot. I'll save it and then try to pick it up again later. But I just want to let you know that before anyone gets too invested or anything. But let's move on. Optional rules, all are in effect. Confirmed kills means 4 fighters equals 1 confirmed kill, so it's going to make getting aces a little harder, but I mean, really, not that much harder because you're really getting all your points from the bombers you're knocking down. We've technically it'll be in there, but I don't like the fuel expenditure from it. I doubt I'll be playing with it or using it, but it's technically in there. We will use random events, so we're basically using all the rules, and there's only one other one, which is the graduated replacements, which makes replacements a little trickier. Break, if we ever get to it. It's kind of an advanced breaking on the rules here. Well, obviously we're not going to play the RAF tie-in, so that'll be that part. Here we have our lovely squadron, and I've already set them up, and we went for just a little. I made a fictitious squadron name, 88th. Squadron, although there was a real 88th. We're going to call them the Eagle Owls. And I was looking at mottos, and most of them are in Latin, some of them are in English, but some of them are in French. And since I just did I, Napoleon, I thought we'll take the motto of Dans le cœur de l'ennemi, and which is into the heart of the enemy. I don't know, what do you think? Anyway, when I was setting this up, you roll for the makeup of your squadron, veterans, greens, and what do you call regular? Okay, regular. And I rolled a natural 12 on it, which gives me 3 veterans, which is awesome. However, as a double-edged sword, I have to take 5 green pilots. So. And especially for this early game, I got to get them to survive. What is it, 4 missions before they go regular? I think. I can't remember. We'll keep up with it when we get to it. And I won't go over all the personalities here. We'll meet them as the game goes on. But basically, I got an English name generator and just kind of cranked them out as they came. Anyway. And just a point, we are doing the full campaign, starting with Chapter 1. And here we go. Channel War, skirmishing over, Chapter 1, skirmishing over the Channel, Channel War, 10th of July to 10th August 1940. France is still falling, but already that fight spills over into the stretch of sea between Britain and the continent. This makes me, you know what? I interrupt this. I always wonder if he does a, because I like the movie Dunkirk. Now I really love the fighter sequence, even if it's a little unrealistic. It's pretty cool. And I wondered if you could do an expansion that does like, or just kind of a mini expansion that did Dunkirk. Anyway, I'm getting way off the country. Convoys ply along Britain's coasts and ports elsewhere, and the Luftwaffe's opening moves target those ships and perhaps the ports in easy reach of its air assets, newly stationed in France. Or will they launch a raid deep into England? 6 patrols. All right. And our first roll for the squadron is, do they start deep in the interior, middle, or coast? And we'll need a dice roll here with our dice boot. 8. All right, we're gonna start all the way into the coast. That's kind of cool because we can get these guys pretty quickly, I do believe. So if we go up here, we will go up here. Unfortunately, we have to spend 3 fuel. 1, 2, 3. That's all right, because that just means contact will happen faster. And we need visibility. We will use the blue dice for the visibility, and we will use the red dice for the sun's location. And we roll a 9 for haze with sun, and 4, it will be in the port. And already I like these reference cards because I don't have to just hold up a big chart. You can actually see here, and you can actually cue in the video, like our first step, which is to reveal. And it says raid marker is not yet in play. Reveal markers in the rightmost space of the track, one at a time. So, rightmost, and we reveal our first one. Raid marker. Knew that was going to happen. And so, raid marker goes into play. I can go ahead and bring out. So that gets replaced with this. If raid marker is not yet in place the raid marker in the marker in the raid track. If visibility is clear, it is not. It is in haze. So we are not going to look for the escort station markers. Too bad. Okay. Raid mark and go back to card 1 before rolling a die for escort stations until contact happens. Okay, well, we see them. And now we're going to take a look at our next one. Weather. Our turning point. Or, yeah. This will require a die roll and evens or odds. Use the red die as the sun all the time. And it is odd. Shift the position counterclockwise. Sun here. Clockwise, counterclockwise would be to the tail position. Now, it's still hazy, and I noticed something here on this card. Namely, that if there had been no sun, it is now clear, and I had to put this little note here. You would, at this point, if you hadn't rolled intercept, you would roll intercept. So I put a little note on that one. All right, so that's all we did there, but we still have one more thing to do, and that is the flak. We have 1 flak to draw, and we have our little cup here. Pull one out, and we get the hurricane side of these is this, and it's going to be on the wing. There are no bombers out, so we're just going to stick it in the bomber formation over there until we reveal the bombers, and then we will distribute it like so. And that's all the markers for this section here. And we will go to card 9. The fuel stage. There we go, and you can see we got plenty, especially for where we are in relation to the bomber formation coming at us. We are now at the contact phase, and now we got a decision to make. Do we want to make contact? And the answer is gotta be yes. We already have the raid marker on the map, which means the next raid marker that appears in one of these, the odds of one of these not being another raid marker are almost none. It would be irresponsible of the squadron to not go after this bomber formation after they're going to drop their bombs if we wait. So we got to catch them. And that's generally because the points of the planes are worth more, of the bombers, that is. And so, yeah, absolutely, we would do this, even though we're not in the most ideal position for it. But let's do this. So we're gonna roll. We have no bonuses to this. We're not in the clouds. We're not in the high. So this is a straight roll. But we are in the same zone. And actually, tail high would be very nice. I'm actually looking for a low roll if I could. Here we go. 11, not quite. 10 or more. Well, with an 11, my choices here. Flank low or nose. I can't do this because I'm not high. So I can spend a fuel. I can start nose low, which stinks because I can't break up the bomber formations when I come in on low on the first pass. Flank low. And notice that the problem is I don't know where the escorts are at all. So this is going to be guesswork. Honestly, the best I think here is nose high. Yes, I will have to spend an extra fuel on that. And we're gonna go nose high. And now we gotta see what we're up against. The squadron goes here. Bomber formation is here. Let's see what we got as far as an escort. Our escort station. This is chapter 1. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't mess that up because I could really make a mess. We roll a 7 Midland, so ahead and high. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. 109's ahead and 109's high. So ahead and high. Wow. I have a little trick getting into this bomber formation. Well, let's see what else we got. Oh, we got to figure out what bombers they are. Let's do that. All right, so the blue die will be the bomber type, and the red will be the number and formation style. Here we go. A 4. All right, we like that. Stukas. We love Stukas. They're easy to shoot down, especially in this early phase when we're looking for points. And 7 means that we will have 6 tiles in this funky formation. Well, I gotta come up with some orders, and I gotta come up with a choice here. This is tricky, man. I was playing I Napoleon, and I was saying there's choices in there, but I forgot what a brain burner these choices are. I think if we take a look at the chart here, that ahead, we're high, it's ahead. I have to roll a 10 or higher to intercept those bombers, and because there's an escort there, as you can see. I think I have to send something here to suppress that escort, at least to suppress it. I have a shot at knocking it outright completely. And that becomes the tough question. How much effort do I send? I'm tempted between sending one, what do you call the section? One section or a flight, which would be a total of 6 planes at it. That's a lot to send that way just to do that. But if you look at your escort suppression table, did I get that around? If I send only one to suppress that escort, I got to roll at least a 6 to get it suppressed. That's 50-50 odds there. I could do some +1. If I can manage to get a fighter, I also can send a leader, and we can use the pluck skill or something like that. But I may have to send second flight or a second section, or just send a flight essentially, and get that down to a 4. Man, it's a tough choice. I gotta think about it. Okay, I decided to split this squadron into flights A and flights B. B will go after the escort, and A will go after the bombers. Okay, here we go. That only leaves, it's going to end up only leaving 6 to intercept this bomber, but I got to remember that all we're trying to do is break up these formations because they haven't dropped their bombs yet. So I can just break them up. I can come away with quite a number of points. So I think that is the best move. All right, Flight B, led by veteran George Edwards, breaks off and goes to challenge the head position, Messerschmitt 199, 109. So here we are, head, we are high. We need a roll of a 6 or better to get an advantage. We'll always intercept them, but the question is, do the Luftwaffe have an advantage or does the RAF? Naturally, we would like the RAF to have this advantage, and so we roll 11. Not a problem. Alright, here we are. Flight B. And these cards are really coming in handy. Focus, I say. Because this reminded me that every section that made the die roll is going to lost contacts. So both of these are going to be lost contacts. Technically the one. And both of these sections will get an RAF advantage card. Okay, one there, one there. Let us resolve. Blue one first. Tailing. Scatter. Yes, I have a decision to make here. We're tailing a swarm, but they break into a pair of rots. Rotas, I don't know. And the choice is, do I split a fighter off so that we're tailing everything? Or do I keep the section together, have one here? I think that's what I'm going to do. A little risky, I don't like stuff tailing me, but so keep the group together. I think I can use my turning on him, hopefully mess him up. Okay. So I think I'm going to select for this tailed maneuver. We go with tailed first. We're tailed. Unfortunately, by making this turn, we're going to let these guys go, and they go away. And now we draw a tailed card. Make sure I got the Spitfire deck. Yes, I do. Tailed with a turn. Boom. We are this. We are that. Oh boy, that's a terrible move. Hang on. Yeah, I really hate these results. There's hits, there's lost contacts, there's all kinds of stuff. I think I'm gonna use, George is gonna pull tight. And that is gonna cancel all these effects and just, well, now we're head on. Another round of dogfighting, head on and tailing. Head on. This. All right. All right. Clive Davies scores the first kill of the squadron. Takes out an enemy 109. The rut vanishes, so they're gone. We did get our kill in though. Unfortunately, we got some low ammo for somebody. And that will be our squadron leader, Greg Davies. Where's my low ammo chip? Low ammo, and the green one means that our rookie here, Ewan what? I don't know. I don't remember, but he's lost contact now. That resolves the blue section. We still have to deal with the green section. And here, blast them. Section only. Tailing. RAF fighters are attacking out of the sun. Nope. Nope. Unfortunately, we are not. Instead, we are tailing. This is nice. A whole swarm. We draw a card. And tailing. Here and here. Well, we're gonna lose. Okay. Wow, that stinks. Ugh. Yeah, so this really stinks. So let's see here. Our green guy, who is what is? Wyatt Andrews goes low ammo. Oh, wait a minute, no. Yeah. And unfortunately, we have two of those on the card, so somebody else is low, and that will be green 2, who is Nico Bradley, and he is low on ammo. And for more annoyance, our rookie is lost now. And to make matters worse, we now have a rot tailing us, and nothing else has happened. Ugh. Boy. Another round, and we are tailed, and I think I'm going to go ahead and maneuver, so we're going to let this swarm go. Yep. And we're going to do the turn maneuver. So we got tailed, and we're still a section. That's good. Ah, here we go. So we do pull a tight turn, but I think we still get hit with that, though. Let me see. Actually, no, we do ignore that, and we lose contact with one, and now we're coming right at them. And now we're head on. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did it right. That's right. Head on. One fighter. Here, here. Vanish, but also a hit. Ugh. Odd hit on him. Where's my damage cup? One out and whoop. Alright. Taking a hit in the engine. Now, make the hit check. Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright, so Nico is going down on the engine. And this is no longer even a section anymore. And now we're going to see if any of that helped us. We are on this row right here. We get +1 because we did shoot a German plane down. And so here we go. 12. Oh yeah. This escort station is completely gone, freeing up Flight A to make their move. It's not an automatic, but our odds are a lot better of intercepting all this. And all right. Meanwhile, Flight A is going to attempt to intercept the bombers. Unfortunately, there is still a high station escort, so we have to roll a 6 or higher to intercept. And we roll a 12, not a problem. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop it right there so that these videos don't get too long. They become a bear to edit if they're really long. So we'll split these up into the interception phase and our bomber and encounter phase. So join us next time when red and yellow section go after these Stukas, and let's see how they do. But until then, thanks for watching.